Donald Trump made in 2014, almost or more than 4 years ago now. And you can almost see it tying together the three different nuclear negotiations all together, the three different nations that have come up in recent weeks. Iran, obviously, the agreement coming up in May 11th, North Korea, which is resolving itself, and then Pakistan. And he is here saying, John Kerry, are they aware of the fact that they're building weapons? Is John Kerry, Mr. Blackberry, Mr. Nukeberry, probably with the Imran Awan configured Blackberry, and by a Pakistani man of mystery? It encapsulates one tweet, really encapsulates a lot of this. Now, you probably saw Q come out and say, where did the planes actually land? Where did the planes actually land? Where did the planes actually land? It almost reminded me of kind of an Irvi Viachez for the nuclear deal and John Kerry. And we'll get to that, I promise. But first, let's talk about how do they exfiltrate the plans? How do you exfiltrate the plans? Before you can build it, you have to have the blueprints, right? So I spent a lot of time yesterday going through that actual network of AQCon. I went and did a research paper, and I'm now trying to get in contact with Molly McCallman. She's not the Molly McCauley, but this is a person who works in the START committee and in several of these major think tanks for exactly how Pakistan got the bomb. And then I am also going to say that is also how Iran got the bomb and North Korea is on the path to get the bomb. When you get Pakistan, you get all three, is the bottom line. But again, this is probably the best video of the day. I can't believe those low numbers. And it's a very, this is the key to the whole thing. This is Imran Awan. This is the Nukeberries. This is the exfiltration of the information to Pakistan. It is the key of the last, it's going to be the key to at least everything since 9/11. So that's going to be nice. And we also talked about this story here, which was VA employees caught stealing opioids. And there's going to be two major places that I'm going to talk about. One I've talked about a lot in the past, which is the people who hand out this stuff for our veterans in the VA hospital, which is going to be at the sprayer location. I mean, it's going to be at Fort Belvoir here in Virginia. But the sprayer location is the place where I believe that information was exfiltrated. And again, all I need is access to the phone or laptop of the sailor or airman or Army officer, etc. So just simple exfiltration with a lot of different temptations. It can be girls. It can be cocaine, get the person addicted to cocaine. It can be, pink cocaine was Jaquaya's handle. Here I am yesterday with John B. Wells, not the John B. Wells of Caravan to Midnight, but Navy Commander John B. Wells. He was gracious enough to invite me to the Capitol Club. Of course, you know Martha from Not Your Turn to Burn and her brother, who is an expert in medical genomic medicine. But the interesting thing about John B. Wells is he was on 7 different ships. So he was a wealth of information, spent a lot of time with him, not only yesterday at lunch, but after for dinner, and probably 3 or 4 hours of talking about how, information is gathered. And we did some war gaming with the 3 Kilo subs that may rest on the bottom of the Strait of Hormuz and try to take out an aircraft carrier, etc. And we talked a lot about diesel versus nuclear, etc. But all of his training was up here in Newport, Rhode Island, which is at the Navy War College. And you can see they do a lot of war gaming up there. There's other technical training that he took for different ships. Remember, he's on 7 different ships. So again, the Fort Belvoir section we did in the sprayer home was about the Army and getting to the Army's supply, the VA supply of diversion of opiates. And we are actually talking quite a bit to John about the diversion of opiates and exchanging that information. He was meeting with Senator Gillibrand, and he meets with the senators all the time and so forth. So he's also quite a good mentor as far as getting your message across at Capitol Hill. But this is a key point of compromise as well. Only the things you would be compromising here, not so much the drug supply for all the VA system, But here's actually the plans for the ships. This is where I think the North Dakota may be being exfiltrated right now. If you don't remember, there's a sailor gone missing on the North Dakota. There's another sailor that brings a gun and shoots himself on the North Dakota. Just very odd things happening there. This is a Virginia class attack submarine. This is the latest and greatest, right? So these are the big subs, and these are going to be in service potentially up until 2070. The interesting thing about the Virginia class subs is the first subs that were designed with CAD. Here it is, right? These are the first subs designed with CAD systems. And I'm very familiar with CAD systems. I sold CAD systems for a long time with over 4,000 suppliers. That makes this especially vulnerable to exfiltration of data for thumb drives, etc. Remember, I only need one Krylova. I only need one Bogacheva. I only need one Rostova. I only need one Natalia Sova to